Hi Taurus, welcome to August. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month the big news is Mars, Uranus, and the North Node start conjunct in Taurus, your sign. So big changes coming on August 1st. Then we have Mercury moves into Virgo on the 5th. We have a full moon in Aquarius on the 11th. Venus, your ruling sign, planet, moves into Leo on the 12th. Mars moves into Gemini on the 21st. Uranus in Taurus goes retrograde on the 24th. At the same time, we have the Sun moves into Virgo. We have a new moon on the 27th in Virgo. So we'll talk about the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for August 2022 in terms of love and relationships? I can tell you right now, with that Uranus-Mars North Node happening in your first house, there are going to be some major changes in relationships for you this month. At least especially if you've been putting up with a lot of stuff over time. Okay. What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships? What do the cards say for Taurus this month? What does Taurus need to know? Okay, let's see what we got. The Page of Wands. The Emperor. The Two of Wands. The Nine of Swords, I'm sorry. The Queen of Swords. The Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Three of Swords. And the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Okay. So you're starting out with the Page. The Page of Wands is a message. And the message may be coming from the Emperor. The Page is always good news. I mean, sometimes the pages can represent children, but I feel like in this reading it's representing a message that you're going to receive from someone. Maybe you've been waiting to receive this message, but it hasn't been coming. And the Emperor is someone, I like the energy of the Emperor. The Emperor is someone that you could count on. This person could be an executive, a CEO, a boss figure, someone who's very disciplined, very reliable, someone who wants to build something solid. Sometimes the Emperor could be someone under the sign of Aries or Capricorn or Scorpio, but I wouldn't be focused too much on the sign. I would focus on the personality. This is someone who is in charge, who knows what they want, wants to build something solid, stable. So if you're getting a message from this Emperor and it has to do with a romantic situation, this could bring something solid and steady. So if you've been in a relationship with someone who's been wishy-washy or not reliable, that's going to change with this Emperor energy. I feel like someone is contacting you and they're reliable. You can trust them. You can depend on them. They're there for you. You have the Two of Wands in the past. So this is about considering a partnership. Like you're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. Like there's the potential. You've had the potential to have a relationship with someone, but you're not sure where it's going, or you're not. And the Nine of Swords is here. This is a card of mental stress and worry, where you're not, like, someone is feeling, just like imagining all these scenarios, like, well, what if this happens, what if that happens? But I feel like your mental stress is leaving. So if you've been stressed over a relationship, not knowing where it's going, not knowing if it's right for you, I feel like that energy is going to fade. Possibly because I feel like this King of Pentacles is going to change the dynamic in some way. I feel like either you're going to break up with someone that's not right for you and connect with someone new who is going to offer you more of what you want, or there'll be changes in the relationship that work out in your favor. But I feel like a message is coming that's going to bring clarity. So the Queen of Swords and the Five of Wands is up in the future here. So the Queen of Swords energy, you could be dealing, if this is, okay, this could be your energy where you're kind of being very independent. You're like, I don't really need anybody in my life. You know, if you want to be part of my life, great. But if not, I don't need you. And the Five of Wands is here. So there could be some arguments going on in a relationship, like petty quarreling. People who can't get on the same page. They're fighting over little, like not major things, but just little things. So for some of you, you could be fighting with someone or not agreeing, not seeing eye to eye on little details of your relationship. It's not really a deal breaker unless you want it to be. But it's for some of you, I just feel like you have to be more vulnerable and you need to communicate and not be so because the Queen of Swords energy is like pushing people away. Like, I don't need anybody. You know, you got this chip on your shoulder almost. Because of whatever sorrow you've been through in the past, you kind of have this attitude of, you know, I'm tired of being hurt. I'm tired of doing all this stuff. I'm not going to deal with it. If you're either on my page or you're not. If you're not, you know, see you later. You know, that kind of energy. But I feel like you can work things out because I'm seeing the Nine of Cups here and the Ten of Pentacles as an outcome. It's just that you're going to have some struggles to go through before you get to that place. And you have this Five of Pentacles energy in your fear sector. This is feeling, a part of you could be feeling cut off from someone. Like maybe you've had some kind of separation. Or you're not, either you've been separated from someone, or you're not allowing that person to come in. Like you're not open to that person, to bonding with that person. Like, because the Five of Pentacles can sometimes mean someone who's feeling depressed, cut off from loved ones, maybe dealing with some financial struggles. Or there could be someone in your life that's coming to you for help. Because this Page energy could be immature. I feel like there's two energies going on here. One is immature and one is more solid and stable. So it could be that someone might come to you because they're going through a difficult time financially, or maybe they're going through a depression or having some financial issues or feeling alone, needing help. And you're kind of feeling guilty, like, do I help this person? What do I do with this person? Because I feel like you don't really want to be in a relationship with that person because I don't think they have anything to offer you. They're not mature enough to be in a relationship. So you may cut that person out, because I'm seeing the Three of Swords. It's like you're almost like, I care about this person, but it's just not working. It's not giving me what I need. On the other hand, you have the Nine of Cups here, which is a wish fulfillment in your environment. So I feel like there is someone, and I think it's this King of Pentacles. There is someone who can give you what you need. But I feel like first you're going to be cutting away what's not working. Because the Three of Swords is here. This is a card of severing ties with someone or something that's just not working. Maybe there's too many fights, or there's not enough, you're not getting enough from the relationship, or you've been hurt in the past, you don't have the patience to put up with anyone that's not going to be, you know, committed or serious. You know, someone's just playing with you. You don't want to deal with that. You're like, I'd rather you not even be in my life than if you're not going to give me what I need, what I want in a relationship. If you're not going to be there for me, I don't need you in my life. I'm looking for stability. You're looking for this King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles energy is someone who is a hard worker. He or she cares about providing for their family, being there. I mean, that's how he shows love. That's by financial support. Like, I work hard, I make money so I could support my family, give them a roof over their head, food, so they could have everything they need. He may not be as exciting as like the Wand energy, the Page of Wands. They're more fun. They're more active. You know, they like to get out and do things. But they're a little bit more immature at the same time. They're not as committed as this person you could depend on. You can set your watch to this person. Like if you need someone at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you call this King of Pentacles, they're there for you. They'll come and rescue you. What do you need? I'll be there in 2 minutes. So, and you have as an outcome the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going through a transition with the fives. There's some instability this month, but I think it's going to bring clarity where you finally cut out what's no longer working. So if you're in a relationship, if you're between two people, some of you might be, dealing with an ex that you realize, this is never going to work, and you're just cutting them out, and you're embracing someone who is more stable. But I feel like the battle isn't over yet, but the outcome is the Ten of Pentacles, which is wealth, stability, security, someone who's there for you, who's going to be there for you. So I feel like you're going to get rid of someone who's not there for you, but you're going to wind up with someone who is there for you, who you can build a happy and secure home with this person. The only thing I would say is don't feel guilty, because the Nine of Swords can be guilt. Don't stay in a relationship out of guilt because you feel sorry for the person, because you feel like, oh, but they need me and I don't know, I can't just cut them loose. And don't be too unapproachable with the new situation. Like, open your heart, let that person in, let your guard down, because this person that's coming in, this Emperor, King of Pentacles energy, they're someone you can count on, and they're not going to let you down. So let's see what the angel cards have to say. And it could be someone you meet through work with the Emperor here. Not for everyone, but if you do meet someone, this person's a hard worker. They're in a position of authority. They're not like some loser, working a minimum wage job. I mean, they're someone who's going places, who is financially secure and reliable. Okay. All right, let's see. What do the angels have to say for Taurus? Positive outcome. Okay, this is good because I'm a Taurus too. We can use a positive outcome. Taurus has been through the mill lately. At this very moment, you are sowing the seeds of your future through your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your attitudes. Whether through love, fear, or indifference, you are always creating something. So remember to keep your thoughts and beliefs and attitudes positive, and you will create a positive outcome. And that's the key. It's very easy to fall into negative self-talk and think, oh, I'll never get this, or I'll never find that, I'll never this, never that. Don't go there. Kick those demons out of your head. The negative self-talk, the gremlins that say, you can't do that, you're not good enough, you're never going to get love, you're too old, you're too fat, you're too this, too that, whatever. Start visualizing the relationship you want and a positive outcome. See yourself in it, you can manifest it. Especially now with Uranus and Mars in your sign, the match is lit. You're ready to take off. So let's look at the astrology. So Mars and Uranus, when they come together, it's very explosive energy. And in Taurus, it can mean like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, because it's land, Taurus represents. So you may feel like your world is rocking. There's something going on in your world. It's rocking your world. But it's in your first house, and it's conjunct the North Node in Taurus. So it's rocking who you are and how you're seen in the world. Like maybe, Taurus is very, we're so easygoing, and we're so placid, and people kind of don't even notice that we're there sometimes, right? And then all of a sudden, Taurus, the bull charges, and, somebody waves the red flag one too many times, and then the bull charges, and then look out, you better run for cover. So Taurus is changing their image this month. Something is lighting that fire. Something's waving that red flag in front of you, and you're going to take action, and you may shock the people around you. A lot of times when Uranus and even Mars, Uranus has been in Taurus for a while now, but it's a long these outer planets, they take a long time to go through a sign. So they need a slower moving planet to trigger the energy. And that could be a Mars. Sometimes it's the sun, sometimes it's the moon, it's the other planets. Well, Mars hitting Uranus is the trigger. It's the match that's lighting the can of gasoline, and all of a sudden you got ba-boom. That's what's happening in your life, especially for Taurus because it's all happening in your sign. So you're going to go through some big changes in your image, who you are, how you're seen in the world, who you are, how you're presenting yourself. If you've been putting up with too much and not saying anything, you're going to start to change. You may throw everything out and start over. Like, you know what? Screw all of you people. I'm going to do something else. I'm going on a new path. And the North Node is pointing the direction of where you should go. Because Taurus can get complacent. We don't like change. We get stuck in a rut. But when Uranus and Mars come together, it's like, okay, the house is burning. I got to get out of the house. I got to get off the couch and run. Things are going to start to break. If you don't be the agent of change, you have to be the agent of change, or you're going to be the victim of change. That's, I always tell everyone. So you have to recreate yourself. But I think you're going to be willing to do it because you're just fed up with the routine. You're so tired of the same old, same old. The only thing I want you to caution you, because Mars can be impulsive energy, don't just react to whatever's happening. Take time out to plan your response. So if somebody's pushing your buttons or if something happens unexpectedly and you go, okay, I've got to take action, don't just do the first thing that comes to your head, like, okay, I quit my job, I run out, don't do anything like that. I break this relationship suddenly. Think about it. Take a few deep breaths and think, okay, how can I best respond? Take your time in your response. Because that way you're coming from a place of strategic planning rather than just reacting recklessly to whatever's going on. And the North Node, it wants to free you to follow your true path. So these shakeups are happening. It may seem disruptive at the time, but it's got a good, it will have a good outcome because it's going to put you on a better path. So this full moon is happening in your 11th house, and Saturn is there, and it's opposing the 5th house, your sun, in the 5th house of romance, relationships, children. So something is coming to a head in either a romantic relationship or friendships where you're really going to see the truth. Like, who's my soul tribe? Who are my true friends? Who is my, what should I be doing to bring more fun into my life? Because the 5th house, maybe it's been all work and no play, and you need to make some changes. Saturn, you're reevaluating your goals. What is it that I really want? And how can I make changes within myself so that I can get what I want? And I may have to get out of my comfort zone to do that. I may have to do things that are, a little bit uncomfortable, but it's going to free me to be more of who I really am. So with all this happening in your 1st house, there's also the North Node trine Mercury in the 5th house. So Mercury in the 5th house is creativity, your creative self-expression. Mercury is thinking, communicating, writing. Maybe you're getting involved in a writing project, or you're coming up with creative ideas on a new project, and that's going to get you, you're going to be seen in a different way. You're going to be, maybe you're just communicating in general to people that you're either dating or you're friends with, and people are seeing you in a new light. Like, okay, Taurus is speaking up. Instead of just putting up with things, you're speaking up about things. You have Venus going through the 3rd house, and it's sextile Neptune in the 11th, so you could be finding your soul tribe. You could be joining with groups that are on a spiritual path, and these things are going to be working out really well for you. You could be doing something that's really creative. Maybe you're getting together and doing art or music or something. Venus in the 3rd, your communication style is very charming right now. You could even have find love in your local neighborhood. You're out, running around, and you could run into someone. So get out there. Don't be a hermit and stay at home. You have to get out if you want to meet. If you're not in a relationship and you want to meet someone, get out and socialize. Connect with friends. Connect with family. It could lead to, even if it doesn't lead to a relationship, it could lead to you creating a community, or bringing people together that really fit who you are, that you feel you resonate with. Pluto's in the 9th house, so your beliefs are changing. You may have been thinking about either you're teaching or learning or you're searching for truth. You might be going back to school if you're younger because you want to change your career. Or you may make some major changes. You may connect with people that are very powerful that change your views on the world and what you've always believed. You could be involved in some type of project that has a global reach where you're dealing with people from different cultures. Okay, so Mars in your first house is squaring Saturn in your 11th house. There could be some tension around friendships because you're showing a different side of you. You're being more assertive and you're setting boundaries. And that could shake up some things. But you're going to find out who are my real friends and who are not. Who do I need to cut out? Who have become too much of a burden that I need to release? Who do I need to cling to that are going to be supporting Team Taurus? Who's on Team Taurus's side? And with Mars trine Pluto, you have ambition, you have drive, you have energy. And especially with Mars and Taurus, now's the time to take action because you've got the energy of Mars helping you to achieve your goals. So take time out to think about where you want to be and how you want to be seen. And you can have sudden opportunities. It doesn't always, Uranus doesn't always have to be negative. Sometimes it can bring a sudden opportunity that comes your way. And it just frees you to be able to, like it could be a new job or a new relationship or a new situation where you're actually stepping into your power or your glory. You're being seen in a new light. So then we have this, let's see what else is happening. Venus moves into Leo in August. And then Mars goes into Gemini, which is in your second house. So at the end of August, on the 21st, Mars will move into Gemini. So your expenses may go up a little bit. Then Uranus goes retrograde, and the moon and the sun moves into Virgo. And then we have this new moon in Virgo, which is in your fifth house. So when Uranus is retrograde, it's going to retrograde for like 6 months or so. You're going to be rethinking how you want to be seen in the world. So you don't want to, like I said, when this Mars-Uranus North Node thing strikes, you may feel like I have to take action. I've got to do something now. Just don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Yes, you need to make changes, but you may be rethinking your strategy while Uranus is retrograde. Like, okay, what do I really need to change? How can I start working toward that change? Because you're going to have time to do it. So don't just react. Plan. That's my advice. Now with this new moon, you can have a new beginning in the fifth house. That could be a new beginning with children. Maybe if you want to have children, you could be bringing a child into the world. It could be a new romance that's starting. It could also be a new creative project that you're beginning. It's now the new moon is squaring Mars in the second. So there could be some conflict around money. So if you're starting a new job or a new creative project, maybe there's a discussion about what the cost is going to be. Or if you want to do something fun, maybe you've got to consider, can I afford to do this? Like if you want to go on vacation or you want to start something new, there might be some challenges around money because like, well, I have all these bills to pay. Do I really have the money to do this? Mars is trining Mercury in your sixth house. So that's good. Because Mercury in the sixth house, you're communicating. There could be I feel like there could be a project that comes up that involves writing in some way or communicating or marketing. So you're going to be involved in this marketing project. And I think that's going to help you either bring more money in or feel more secure in your job, or just utilize your talents in a better way. Venus will be moving into Leo in your fourth house. So you may want to, if there's more money coming in, you may want to fix up your home or make your home more pleasant. It's squaring Uranus, and Saturn. So there could be, Venus will be opposing Saturn in the 10th house. I feel like there could be new love coming in, but you're going to be really busy with work. You could have to juggle work and home and romance. So especially Venus, if you decide to move in with somebody or someone's coming into your house or you're having more a social thing in your home, you're going to have to balance that with your work responsibilities, because Saturn in your 10th house is going to bring on responsibility and recognition, but it's squaring Uranus. Like you're gonna feel like, I've got all these obligations at work, and you're gonna like that. It's great that you're being taken seriously, that you're being given responsibility, but it's gonna feel limiting at times. Like you're not as free to do what you want to do and socialize as much with people in the home, because you have to fulfill these obligations first. So there could be some stress around that, having to balance that work and play, and whatever you need to go on, whatever's happening with your family. You may not have as much time to spend with family and friends because of Saturn, the responsibilities of Saturn. Jupiter's in your 12th, and Mars, at this point, Mars moves into Gemini. It's going to be sextiling Jupiter. So there's someone who's working. When Jupiter's in the 12th, it's like having a guardian angel working to support you from behind the scenes. Jupiter is the luck planet, wherever Jupiter is. So it can help you if you have any psychological blockages that you need to release. Jupiter can help you release them. Any karmic patterns that are blocking you from success, Jupiter can help you release them. But it can also, Jupiter increases whatever it touches. So if you have any difficult aspects to planets in your 12th house, you may be activating those. But it's a good time to see them and release them and not be controlled by them. But Mars in the Gemini, I feel like there's some healing that has to be done around finances, around what you value, around your self-esteem. And Mars can help you do that. So it would be a good time to work on that for some of you, to go talk to a counselor and find out if you're not, where are there ways that I'm sabotaging my success? Where am I playing too small? Where am I not allowing myself to shine? What are my values? Am I valuing the right things that are going to bring me success and security? Or am I wasting my time on stuff that I shouldn't be wasting my time on? So that's what's happening. Mars sextile Jupiter is good, though. So if you're having any financial problems, it can help you to resolve them, and especially to release blockages to success. And you might have an angel in your corner. Someone's protecting you. So if someone is trying to put work against you from behind the scenes, you're going to have that protection of Jupiter, that they're not going to be successful. So just focus on what your goals are, what your values are, and don't be afraid to make changes and that are going to give you what you deserve. If you've been putting up with something for too long, maybe it's time for change. And you're going to come out of this in a better place financially, and just being, utilizing your talents in a better way. So don't stress over the changes. So that's my my forecast. The one thing I want to say before I say anything, because this is in your first house, be the agent of change in your life. Don't be the victim of change. So be proactive. Take action. Don't wait for the roof to cave in. If you got a hole in the roof, get it fixed. If you need a new house, move. If you need a new relationship, change. Don't wait for disaster to strike or for sudden changes to happen that you didn't plan. You have to be part of the change. And that way you'll deal with it better. It's kind of like when you're surfing a wave. You don't want to fight the wave. You want to go with the flow to get to the shore. So you go with the energy. Utilize that energy to get you where you want to go. Don't fight the energy. Don't fight change. But don't be the victim either. Say, okay, I know something needs to change, but I'm going to make the plan. I'm going to change. Because a lot of times what happens if we don't change when we're supposed to change, the universe forces change. Like if you're supposed to change jobs and you keep holding on to this dead-end job, your company may go bankrupt and you have to look for a new job. Or if you have to move, you may have something where you're renting a place and the owner sells the building. You got to get out. So Taurus, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button. That helps support this channel. Leave a comment if this resonated with you. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everyone. If you want a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. We can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, enjoy August. It could be a roller coaster of change, but you will come out okay in the end. So have a wonderful August. Welcome. Thank you for supporting this channel. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.